Big developing news and details surrounding one major name that is not expected to be announced as AEW's Full Gear signing this weekend in California. Details on who that person isn't going to be, as well as details on who is now being speculated as the mystery big reveal this coming weekend at Full Gear. It's very interesting stuff. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in the world of professional wrestling, and social media has been buzzing, social media has been speculating, social media has been discussing who is going to be the latest person to become All Elite after Tony Khan announced yesterday that AEW had come to terms on a new signing and that they were going to be putting pen to paper on their All Elite Wrestling contract this coming Saturday at Full Gear in California. Now, the tweet in question was put out late yesterday evening, prior to AEW Dynamite on TBS. You can see it on the screen right there. Tony Khan tweeted out the following. The president said, quote, AEW has agreed to terms with one of the world's best wrestlers, a pro who is known and respected by virtually every AEW fan. They'll come to LA to sign their contract this Saturday, November 18, on pay-per-view at AEW Full Gear. See you tonight on TBS for the final Dynamite before Full Gear. So lots of people have been reading into this. Lots of people have been looking at the words used. Words are important, particularly when it comes to one of the world's best wrestlers, a pro who is known and respected by virtually every AEW fan. Lots of people have been speculating on who this person could be. Well, more details have now been revealed by Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select as to who it's not going to be, at least what people don't think it's going to be backstage at AEW anyway. Now, the questions around AEW's potential signing continue. Rumors have swirled around the talent that has been teased by the AEW president and CEO Tony Khan as potentially appearing at Full Gear this weekend. Now, AEW talent themselves were speculating this week between a number of talent, including Mercedes Moné, the former WWE star Sasha Banks. Though Fightful and Sean Ross Sapp are saying they've heard as far back as August that there were working plans for the two sides to work together, the plan is not to announce her this weekend at AEW Full Gear if people in the company are to be believed. So again, this is a big story with big details here. Once again, the plan is not to announce her this weekend at AEW Full Gear if people within All Elite Wrestling are to be believed. That comes from Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful. Now, several have stated that when asked, it was indicated that the Full Gear announcement is not Mercedes Moné. Now, Mercedes hasn't been seen on television since appearing at AEW All In back at London's Wembley Stadium, and reportedly the reason she hasn't been seen on television is for a good reasons. While there were some rumblings within wrestling that Mercedes Moné could appear in some capacity at AEW Dynamite Grand Slam at Arthur Ashe Stadium in Queens, New York, that didn't end up happening as well. Now, Fightful have been told that that wasn't in any plans at any point realistically, so those rumors were just that. They were rumors, and it was at never any point considered that she was going to show up at Grand Slam at Arthur Ashe Stadium. Now, Tony Khan has been pretty transparent in the weeks prior to Mercedes healing up. She's healing up from her injury that she suffered earlier this year when wrestling that New Japan Strong Women's Championship match against Willow Nightingale that she was scheduled to win, but of course she broke her ankle. As Fightful Select was told, she was still in a boot as of the week prior, and Khan had told others that she'd likely still be in a boot at WrestleDream, which came and passed, and once again, no Mercedes Moné. Now, again, she was still in a boot when it came to All In, and reportedly she was still in a boot when it came to WrestleDream. AEW hid the fact that she was in a walking boot from the general audience at AEW All In, though it was well known within the industry that indeed she still had this boot on. Now, reports have since emerged that she is now out of her boot, which led to people speculating the big major signing could be her at AEW Full Gear. But again, once again to stress this, according to Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select, the general word within All Elite Wrestling right now is that Mercedes Moné is not going to be revealed as the big major signing this weekend at Full Gear. Now, it's not to say that she might never become All Elite, because according to Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select, there are working plans for Mercedes to work with AEW. Fightful is saying they just haven't heard as of when. Now, Tony Khan has commented on the speculation surrounding the new AEW signing and the tease on social media. He did the AEW Full Gear media call today ahead of the event on Saturday. When asked about the major signing, he said, quote, "I'm really excited about that. It's going to be someone that will be a great addition to AEW, and it's going to be a big deal." So, if not Mercedes Moné, then who is it going to be? Certainly, the shortlist is narrowed. Now, there have been a lot of people teasing on social media that it could be this person, if not Mercedes Moné. Now, again, spoilers ahead here, so if you don't want to be spoiled, you can skip ahead or maybe just leave the video, because this is what we're going to be talking about for the remainder of the duration of this show. So I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, Andrew Zarian of the Wrestling Observer and the Matman podcast did take to social media once the announcement was made by Tony Khan yesterday that this new signing was going to be putting pen to paper at Full Gear. And he posted the following. You can see it right here. He posted a bird. Now, some people may say, hey, what does that have to do with anything? What does a bird have to do with anything at all? Well, what the bird happens to do with anything is that if you look a bit closer, it's the species of the bird that matters here, because the species is an osprey. Will Ospreay. You get the point that I'm trying to make here. The speculation is that if it's not Mercedes Moné, then it could be the former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion himself, Will Ospreay, who puts pen to paper on an All Elite Wrestling contract this weekend. Now, rightfully so, many people are speculating how indeed this would be possible. We do know that Will Ospreay's contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling is coming up. However, it's not up right now. At least that was the reporting. The reporting was that Will Ospreay's contract would be up after Wrestle Kingdom next year inside the Tokyo Dome, and actually his contract with the promotion would expire around the beginning of February, which is the case of when most New Japan contracts expire. So how would it be possible that in November, prior to February of 2024, that Ospreay could put pen to paper on an AEW contract? Well, some have speculated that there's a possibility, due to the affiliation between AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling, there may be a pre-contract agreement that was figured out, or there might have been a buyout of the contract that was figured out, and Ospreay still could be committed to his New Japan Pro Wrestling dates, such as Wrestle Kingdom, etc., etc., etc. That is what people are speculating about. Again, how feasible and possible that is, right now we don't know. That's just speculation. Now, Dave Meltzer has commented on what AEW could offer Will Ospreay over WWE to convince him to sign on the dotted line. Now, Dave Meltzer has said that one ace that Tony Khan has up his sleeve to persuade Will Ospreay to sign with AEW instead of WWE is to promise him a World Championship victory at Wembley Stadium in the UK. Meltzer said, quote, WWE wants him, obviously. He's been negotiating through Barry Bloom. The basic gist is that Tony Khan does have one thing that he can offer Will that WWE doesn't have. Money-wise, WWE can outbid him for money, I think. Maybe not if Tony really wants him. But the one thing that AEW can do is they've got Wembley, they've got a World Championship, and there's an easy, natural, great storyline. There's a million ways to do it, and WWE will not make that offer, I don't think. They're not going to do Wembley this year. Well, maybe they will, but I don't think so. And moreover, I don't think they can promise him a World Championship. They could, if they really wanted him bad, they could, but Tony could do it much more easily because WWE probably has its ducks in a row and would consider him more unproven, whereas with AEW, I don't think they would ever consider him unproven because of the success in Japan. In WWE, it's like, if you don't have the success here in WWE, it doesn't count as much. That's why I'm saying that's one ace Tony's got up his sleeve when it comes to Will Ospreay. Now, some have speculated that saying that you could win the World Championship with Wembley isn't that much of an ace up the sleeve and it could be desperation by Tony Khan, but what are your thoughts when it comes to the developments of this story? If indeed Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful's reporting is accurate and that it's not Mercedes Moné, which many people have speculated was the most likely outcome for this mystery news signing this weekend at Full Gear, does that make Will Ospreay the favourite? Or, once again, is it someone else outside of that? Is it even possible for it to be Will Ospreay? If it's not Ospreay, and it can't be any of the WWE releases because their non-competes with the WWE expire in December, then who's left? Who could it be? Could it be someone like a Bill Goldberg, who is technically a free agent and could be coming back to TBS and TNT the same way that several other ex-WCW legends have, like Sting, like Ric Flair, like Eric Bischoff, like others, like DDP earlier on in AEW's history? Could they come back to the company? Could they come back to the network that helped make them famous? Could it be someone that maybe isn't as well known as a Mercedes Moné or Will Ospreay? Sami Callihan is a former Impact World Champion. He's a free agent, but would that live up to the billing of Tony Khan's teasers and everything like that? Let me know your thoughts about it. Let me know your predictions about it. Let me know your reaction to this news. If it's not Monet, who is it going to be? Let me know your thoughts, as always, in the comment section below. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Of course, we get any more information on who the mystery signing is, we'll let you know in future videos. Of course, this coming Saturday, we will be live for a watch-along and a post-show for AEW Full Gear as well as plenty of other news stories in between them. Remember, you can also join the WN365 roster. Just click the join button. You get your badges, your emojis, and your exclusive members-only content. And I'll speak for you again very, very soon.
Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.